Naomi. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Newton not liking the play call. He's going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Ready? Ready? Check. 42's the mark. Let's get ready.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 24, Newton. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Lets it go for Nelson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Look at the dance and the juke.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Take over first and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
A give to the brother of J.J. This is Derek Watt. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
At the 5-yard line.
Hey, 180. Mike 42, check, Mike 42. They're not ready for this, man. Gun. For this, they still playing. 8. Y'all playing the wrong football. Hatchet.
From his goal line here, Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now Jones. And gets by him, and now a little daylight. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
At the 31-yard line.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Bound to lose one. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Sponge. 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 No. 8. Check safety. Check safety. Kill.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to lead to a third down.
What is it? Watch Mike. Watch the car. Watch the car.
From the gun, here's Newton. It's caught. Nelson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
20.
McCaffrey on the counter. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Watch the run. 20. 5-2 the Mike. Go. 5-2. He don't know no better.
From just shy of midfield, Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Come on, QB, come on.
A shotgun snap for Newton. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line.
First and 10 at the
Here we go.
27-yard line.
Ready? 50. Ready?
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
19. 59. Mike's at 59. You better be afraid of me.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Off play action. Newton. And he's wrapped up. Taken down, back at the 25. Zadarius Smith, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Check 52's the mic. Check 52's the mic. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Mike 52, Mike 52.
Out of the gun, Newton. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And that'll be off the crossbar and out. It's short. He couldn't get it there. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Rodgers going to throw again. Trying to lay one up deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Running right, Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers now to throw. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
1st down, Green Bay.
Green 18, 54. We go. Right there.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And that's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw again. Caught by Jones. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And it's now 14-0.
14. Panthers nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Newton completes it to Samuel. 11 yards and a Panther first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down. Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Play action. It's Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed, because let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay,
rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Rodgers on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now Newton on first down. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Rodgers. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Check, 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 check. Wall, 10-30. Mike's 5'9", Mike's 5'9". 10-30. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Watch the loop again.
On first down, Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Ricky.
Now Rodgers throwing again. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Intended for Equanimeous St. Brown. It's 3rd down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Fairly short kick taken at the 14 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Julio Jones with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Tavecchio to add the PAT. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Packers 24, Panthers 8.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. He sets to fire deep. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On second down now, it's Jones. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Second down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Blue 58. Check back.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
After the penalty, it's Jones. And he's got some space here. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 29 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You go time.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Set. 180. 52. We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
From the gun, Newton. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They will go for it. Now Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Great.
On 1st down, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw is Newton. Going up top. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brian Burns getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 95 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Now, you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that is demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Get that quarterback. D-line, get that quarterback.
Now Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Let's go. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. 8.
They are going to go for it. It's Newton. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Back north. Back and go full strength. Deuce. Mike's 50 begins.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He completes it to Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Rodgers now just 6 of 15 through the air. Not good, but 1st and 10 here. To throw is Rodgers. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Let's go, defense.
Throwing again. Newton. He's going to look deep for more. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there for Carolina. And even 60 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet.
And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers gain a bit of respectability.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Rodgers now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Let's go, let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Let's go, D. Gun. Mike 52, Mike 52. All you get is a headache.
Now a first down throw for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dean Lowry, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. The Panthers on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 19.
Great. 52's the mic, boys, 52. Let's go.
Throwing is Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there at 22. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. A big play there for Carolina. 63 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Throwing again is Newton. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. The touchdown all set up by the big play 1 snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? Big pass play. You got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
Jones. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Jones. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is taken at the 15. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Newton. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Newton throwing again. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught at the 20. And shutting him off, now open field. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. To the air again, Newton. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. So it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Mike. 318. Here we go. Double tight. Double tight. Out. 5 down. Stand up in. 87's mine. Don't worry about that.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
A loss of a yard on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, it's a 4th win on the year as they move to 4-9. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.